In this video, we will introduce how to use Annotated with FastAPI to write clean, readable, and robust code. We will introduce how to add custom metadata and validation rules for query, path, and body parameters, etc., and how to use it for dependency injection. In Python, Annotated is used in combination with type hints to add metadata to your type annotations. It is useful when you want to provide additional information about a variable's type without affecting its core type. This is the basic syntax for Annotated. However, Annotated itself does not enforce any behavior. It is just a mechanism for attaching metadata, and you would typically need third-party libraries or custom logic to use it. In this video, we will give examples of how to use Annotated in FastAPI to specify additional metadata and add custom validation rules. Firstly, we can use Annotated and Query to declare additional information and validation for your query parameters. As shown in this example, we specify the min and max lengths for the query parameter q in the getRequest endpoint. Note that the default value is specified outside Annotated, and Annotated is only used to specify the type hint. The metadata specified by the query construct is used by FastAPI to parse query parameters. Similarly, we can use Annotated and the path construct to add metadata and validation rules for path parameters. The path parameters normally have integer values, which are often some type of ID. Here we specify that the item ID must be greater than or equal to 1 and not exceed 1000. Note that item ID does not have a default value here and must be specified in the path. For post and put requests, the input data is normally specified in the request body. As shown in this example, we can define a pydantic model to represent the request body. If there is only a single body parameter, and it's specified as a top-level key in the request body, we need to specify the special body parameter embed to be true. Otherwise, the fields of the pydantic model, which are name and price in this example, would be expected as top-level keys in the request body. For protected endpoints, we need to specify the OAuth token or API key, which is normally specified in the header. We can use Annotated with the header construct to get value from the header and specify metadata if needed. Note that the headers are case-insensitive and the hyphens will be converted to underscores automatically. Like headers, cookies can be obtained in a very similar way, and it doesn't need extra explanation here. For authentication, we should normally receive input from form fields instead of JSON for security concerns, which can be implemented with Annotated and the form construct in FastAPI. As shown in this example, the username and password are specified in the form fields and are used in the login endpoint for authentication. Finally, let's see how to use Annotated for dependency injection in FastAPI, which can be a bit complex for beginners. In FastAPI, dependency injection is achieved with the depends construct, which accepts a callable as the input. The callable can be a function or a class. The return value of the function or the class instance created will then be assigned to the parameter that depends on it with Annotated. In this example, we create a dependency function that yields a SQL Alchemy session instance that can be used to read data from the database. The session instance will be assigned to the session parameter of the endpoint function. Note that we should just pass the callable as is to the depends construct and don't call it. The calling and assigning parts are handled by FastAPI automatically. Dependencies don't have to return values and don't have to be used with Annotated, which will be introduced in more detail in the coming video. This is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel for more content.